idea. This video is going to help you set habits to help you achieve your goals and your resolutions. You can set goals and resolutions at any time of the year, but because it's the ending of the year, most people are setting goals for the new year. They're setting new year resolutions, they're writing down things that they want to achieve in the new year. Just like I promised in my last video, I am going to break down ways to achieve your goals and your resolutions. Let's get straight into it. So the thing is to ditch your goals and focus on systems. A little disclaimer, everything we're going to talk about today is gotten from a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It was a book I spoke about in a video when I was talking about how to be more productive. It was a book that I was like, you guys should go check out. So we're going to use what I've learned from the book to help us achieve our goals. Forget about your goals and focus on systems instead. Now, somebody is wondering, what does that mean? For example, I want to read 10 books in the year 2023. To become a person who has read 10 books, you don't just do it because you wrote it down. You have to actually lay down a system that you have to follow to achieve those goals. And that's number one, just becoming a reader. Somebody that doesn't read consistently would not get to reading 10 books in a year. The person might not even finish one book in a year. So do not just look at your goals. It's beautiful. List them down. First things first, all your goals, your resolutions, whatever you want, list them down, write them out. But then you have to set a system to help you achieve those goals. Look beyond your specific goal or your specific resolution to the bigger picture of the system. Like I have said, if you want to get a summer body, you have to have a healthy lifestyle to be able to achieve it. Now, the system is the healthy lifestyle that you have to build. If you want to read 10 books in the year 2023, you have to be a consistent reader. So that is like a system that you have to build. Now, all these systems, like you living a healthy lifestyle, you being a consistent reader, will help you achieve your end goal. But if you just write it on your list and you're like, I want to read 10 books, you wake up 2023 and you're like, okay, I'm not motivated. The next day, you're like, I don't even know the book I'm going to read, and things like that. You're not going to actually achieve those things. And if you just look at it, or you're like, I'm going to read 10 books. Okay, I picked the first book today, this month. You don't have a laid down structure or things to help you to achieve those goals. You're not going to do it. So look at what will make you achieve what you are aiming for. Do you get? If you want to cook now, you will not go and buy the ingredients for another food if you want to cook one particular food. Number two, these systems are broken down into habits to help you to achieve those goals. That's where Atomic Habits is coming into place in all of this. Your system, you have to break them down to habits because it is your habits that form your lifestyle. Imagine you want to have summer body. You have to be somebody who is counting your calories and who is working out, exercising, sleeping well, doing all those things. But if it is not in your to-do list, if it is not in what you do, your habit to go to the gym, to do some things that you need to achieve, you will obviously not achieve your summer body. Let's reverse a little bit. You have a goal or a resolution. To achieve the goal, you need to make a system. And in that system, you have bits of habits broken down to help you to achieve the goal. So the basis of it all is learning to form a new habit and ditching your old habits that will not help you to achieve your goals. So you need to write out something called a habit scoreboard. List out habits that you know would help you to become that person that you want to be, and list out the habits that are stopping you. Now, according to James Clear in his book Atomic Habits, we have Four laws of behavioral change. You have to make that new habit that you want to develop, you have to make it obvious, you have to make it easy, you have to make it attractive, and you have to make it satisfying. Now, if you want to break a bad habit, it's just the reverse of everything that I've listed. You have to make it difficult, you have to make it you have to make it invisible, you have to make it difficult, you have to make it unattractive, and you have to make it unsatisfying. Now let's look at how we can use these laws of behavioral change to set our new goals. When you're setting a new habit, the first law is to make it obvious. If you want to develop a new habit, the most important thing to do is to add it to a time and a location. I want to get somebody now. I am going to work out at 8 o'clock on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the gym downstairs, or the gym at Pancheke, the gym at Chongotedo, the gym at Maitama. You have to add a time and a location. You might wake up one day and you're like, okay, to become a better reader, yeah? To read 10 books, I have to be a reader. Okay, I've said I will read Atomic Habits. I'll read Atomic Habits in the month of January. And you wake up January 1st. You're like, okay, today I will read Atomic Habits. Then you just go by your day, or you spend your time just wasting time, or you spend the day just wasting time on some unnecessary things. And I said I was going to read Atomic Habits, so it's because you did not specify how exactly you want it. If you had done it this better way, okay, I will read Atomic Habits at 3 p.m. at the dining table. So you set your reminder, you write it in your to-do list. So you have it planned. And when it is that time, once you're constantly checking your to-do list and all of that, you see it. You not just have it as a thought. You know, if something is a thought, you can forget. That's why it's important to add your location and your time to whatever you have to do. Another way to make an habit obvious is when you do something called habit stacking. Habit stacking is after something you know you used to do, you will normally do it. Every day you will brush your teeth. So if you want to stack an habit, you would say, after brushing my teeth, I will so and so. So an habit that you normally do or you would do every day, you just attach the new habit you want to do, you attach it to it. That is what is called habit stacking. Let's move to the second one, which states that you have to make your habit attractive. By doing something you enjoy after a difficult habit or a habit that you just set. For example, after reading a book a page per day, because if you want to set a new habit too, you don't do pass yourself. Don't do pass yourself. We will still get to that level. You reward yourself. After reading for 2 hours today, I am going to watch my favorite show. I am going to watch one episode of Wednesday on Netflix. It helps you. You're like, okay. Oh, you're like, okay, you're going to your day. I want to watch Wednesday. Oh, I said I would not watch Wednesday until I do something. Just to make sure that that habit is attractive. You're like, okay, so after this thing that I know I want to do and I don't want to do it, I give myself a reward after. It motivates you to do that thing that you want to do. Next one is to make it easy. In the book, James Clear said, if you're somebody that wants to work out at the gym, you start like this. Just be going to the gym and sit down there 5 minutes. It seems like it's stupid. You know, it seems like it's stupid, but it's not stupid. Listen, you just go to the gym for 5 minutes. Go to the gym like that for like 2 weeks. Just spend 5 minutes. You have first conditioned your mind that, okay, I ought to be somewhere at this particular time. You don't need to lift any weight. You don't need to run. You don't need to do anything. Just stay there. Just make sure that you show up. And that's why it's very important that When you are doing something, no matter how slow your progress is, there is still progress. But if you're not putting in any action at all, that is no progress. So you start from somewhere. You're somebody who wants to write, you are a creative, you are writing. Just make sure you open your book and hold your pen or whatever you used to write and just write today's date. Write something. You can write 2 lines. You have conditioned yourself to, like, you want to write something. Maybe you want to write 5,000 words now, but you're just writing 2 lines per day in a week. And it looks very stupid to you. But no, you don't need to stress yourself. Why you're stressing yourself that you want to write 5,000 words a day? Just because the pressure and the anxiety that your mind knows that it's going to face while writing it, it's going to look for every possible way for you to avoid writing it. And that's why you become unmotivated to do anything. But if you make the task easier, there's something also called the 2-minute rule. For that person that wants to read 10 books in the year 2023, open a book and read a page per day and close it. You see that after a while, you can see that you can do better. Then you increase it, maybe read a chapter. Then you see that, okay, I enjoy reading. I'm starting to enjoy reading. I know you can set the time, okay, I'll read for 1 hour in a day. That is how you set habits, and then they become systems. And then in the end, you achieve your end result. And the last law is to make it satisfying. Now, normally the human brain is conditioned that you enjoy something that gives you instant reward. But you know that things that give you instant reward, in the long run, they don't help you. Every day you come back from work, you're tired, you open a can of Coke, you open a soft drink, and you're like, go, 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 go. You drank it, you feel so good at that time. But then 2 months later, you see that you've added weight. In the long run, it doesn't help you. But if you have somebody that has you see that things that have delayed gratification, in the long run, they help you achieve something. But short term, they don't, you just don't feel happy. That is the way your mind is conditioned. So how do you make something that you know will help you in the long run to achieve something satisfying immediately, so that it will help your mind, your human mind, to grasp it? After I do this thing, I'm going to drink a smoothie or eat a snack. But make sure that whatever the reward is that you are giving yourself is not counterintuitive to who you want to become. Imagine you are somebody who doesn't know how to control his or her spending, and then your reward is that I'm going to open Shein, I'm going to open Jumia, I'm going to open Amazon, or I'm going to go to the supermarket and buy something. You're not helping yourself. Make sure that the reward that you are giving yourself is something that is good, that will help your personality. Imagine you're somebody that is saving towards a birthday gift is something that is rewarding. And another thing is when you check something off your to-do list. So there's something called in your journal, you can put something called habit tracker. It just helps you to monitor your progress along the way. Okay, you're looking at it. Okay, this day I did this, I tick it off. This day I did it, I tick it off. You know, when they dash you money, you're happy. But there's this feeling you also get when you worked hard for something and you get your money, you get your paycheck. You're like, I worked hard for that thing, I'm getting my money. Free money and all of that is good. But when you work for something and they give you your reward, you just feel so, you feel so proud of yourself. So when you're looking at your habit tracker, probably you're a girl, you like colorful things, and then you are using a marker, your marker in your favorite color, to circle the box, to fill the box of all the days that you have done a particular thing, and then you see your progress. It's very beautiful. It excites you. That is how you make an habit satisfying. These are fundamental things to help you to set a new habit. But these other things will also help you along in achieving and making sure that those habits are consistent to help you to achieve your goal. Because if you start something and you just end it, and you end it along the way, you're not going to achieve your goal. You can get an accountability partner. I remember one time that a friend and I decided to read our Bible through, was it a year or a particular month? Read our Bibles every day, maybe for a month or so. The the pride in me when I will message and say, I read my Bible today. Did you read yours? You just feel like, okay, I told you I was going to do it and I did it. Somebody that holds you accountable. Your accountability partner can also be your habit tracker. It's just something that gives you a little push. Repetition is key. Consistency is key. There are days that you've mapped out, what you've planned out doesn't work out. But if you miss one day, make sure that you don't miss the second day, so that your days missed don't become an habit too. I hope you have learned one or two things from this video. Please don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to share it. Comment what you have learned. I hope your goals, your resolutions, whatever you have set for the new year, you get to achieve them. See you in the next one, and I'll advise you to check out my video on how to be productive. See you in the next one. Bye.